Hello everyone, update 1.8 patch notes have been released and the question is it enough to save the game? At first glance, there's a lot of wow, lots of stuff, there's a ton of hype, but once I started looking at it, I'm honestly not as impressed if I think things are going to be going the way they're going. Now I've been playing Habby games for a long time and I have a really good idea of what they tend to do. When players start dropping off, it usually ends up being, hey, how can we get more money to fill the void? Hopefully that's not the case on this one, but let's go over things and talk about what we're going to be getting. As we know, we're getting the new Hero Sun Priestess Alara there, and a lot of people, number one, saying, please don't be a healer. And number two, a lot of people are saying, do we really need more heroes? For me, at least, it takes about 2 months before I'm even able to put one of these heroes in and actually be able to use them without having them get one-shotted. But for me, it takes a long time. In the beginning of the game, when it first came out, rewards were nice. Those heroes would get upgraded pretty easily. Now, as I said, it takes about 2 months. So hopefully they do good on this. It's not a healer and we're able to get them leveled up pretty quickly. Probably the biggest eye popper and best thing coming to this update, in my opinion, is going to be the addition of light and dark heroes to the Ancestral Tomb. Now the way I'm hoping this is going to be going is that we have a light tomb and a dark tomb that we can go and grind inside the game like we do with the other 4 races. Although given that we only have 5 light heroes and 5 dark heroes, they might actually combine them together and make one tomb for both the light and dark heroes. If this is the case, and given how light and dark heroes are the hardest thing to get inside the game, I really feel like the rewards on this need to be something exciting and special. So something along the lines of Abyssal Embers, even throwing some artifact stuff in there. It's got to be something incredibly good. If they just go and give us some summons or even some gems, I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed. But as much as exciting as this is, I think this is only going to give you about a day or 2 days worth of content to keep you occupied before you say, oh, I'm stuck, back to the normal. What I really fear though is the translation is added light and dark races to the Tomb of Ancestors. And is this going to be one of those things where, hey, now you can select one light or dark hero in your elf or even your human? Hoping that has nothing to do with it and we see a totally separate section, but just something that concerns me. They've also added a new system for consuming rare heroes at 8 stars. Pretty much you can trade them in for epic soul fragments. Pretty much get 100 epic soul fragments, you get yourself another epic hero. And I really see this as for a late game whale spending type thing, because one of the hardest things you're going to run into inside the game, you have all these heroes to upgrade, and it always comes down to those burners that you need to go and sacrifice to take your other heroes up levels. I don't think this is going to be a full rework of the fusing system altogether. I think this is just going to be an addition of, hey, if you got extra 8-star rares sitting around, you can go cash it in and get an epic hero out of it. They've improved guild battle rewards, which is something I complained about a while ago there. Is anybody even really playing guild battles anymore? Curious on that one. But now they're going to be adding guild coins. Still to this day, I find the Guild Wars completely boring. I think it needs a total rework. I mean, at least copy something from somebody else that has a game that's working with their guild battling. But to me, it just seems like a waste of time. I think rewards should be about 3 or 4 times more than what we're getting right now, but we'll have to wait to see what things will actually be. There was an increase in arena tickets from 7 to 8, so that's kind of a nice little addition there for at least events where we need to go and get the arena tickets. We don't have to worry so much now about going and cashing in 3 days before for on arena, so that one I'm actually happy for. And then they've gone through and adjusted all the chapter pack adjustments there. And this is something they do a lot of times during the game. They'll go and say, hey, we redid them. You can purchase them again if you want to. And a lot of times too, they'll throw that first purchase reward in there again for you. Once again, if they're losing money, they're looking at ways on how to get that money back. Purchasing of Embers is now going to be in the Beast Shop. This is one that I'm excited for, but it all comes down to, have you got the heroes that are in that Beast Shop up to 20 stars before you start pushing it into the Embers? We'll also be getting a hero sorting option, which is going to be for your healer, dealer, tanker, supporter there. So more of just a ease type thing for everybody, nothing that's going to impact you advancing in the game any further. And then also we have enhancement of mythical artifact skills. So once again, anybody out there that's not spending money on the game, that's sitting on some of this mythical equipment already, this is for the whales right here. This is a way to say, wow, look at these skills now. Let's get you to spend some money on them. Lastly, we have some hero balancing to a lot of the heroes that are unused, Parfa, Calyx, Odelia, Aruru. There's a lot of them in there, but one of the big things that's popping up inside here, which is making people kind of roll their eyes, is they are nerfing both Rakan and Luke. Xenon and Bazam are also getting some slight adjustments in there, but I do want to say, the way that these games work, if something is making people happy, like the whole Luke Carmen thing going on, don't go and nerf things inside the game. That's not going to make people like the game, it's only going to irritate them and go, man, they're screwing this up. I've been saying since day one, they need to keep the drop rates the same. If anything, give us more stuff inside the game. You could always give more, and then give us more content, more chapters, better stuff, and people will stay happy that way. These games are always endless, and it's always a competition for the whales. Once they reach that final chapter, hey, new ones came out, I gotta get there before the other big spender gets there. And to keep all the other players that are happy, you gotta keep on giving them stuff, make it feel rewarding for them to come into the game and want to play it. Every single Habby game I've played so far has been you get 2 chapters ahead and then all of a sudden you hit an extremely hard paywall, which is usually forced for you spending money or a month's worth of grinding. Those are really the points where people stop having fun, and I'm sure there'll be a bunch of players out there that say get better, get good. But when it comes down to it, if you're having fun and you're getting good rewards, nothing else really matters when you're playing this game. So I'm going to keep my hopes up high on this one, that everything that's listed in this update turns out to be really good, but other games I've played by them has just left me the thought of disappointment. So I'm really curious to know what you guys think of this update and how you feel about it. Squad Busters has been announced that it's officially going global. You guys want to get a head start and know what you need to do in the game? Take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.